Where's our music? Where's the band?
Oh, you want the band? I forgot about the band.
We got the band. We got to have the
Well,
band.
yeah, just like the Giants forgot to bring the offense, well, I forgot to bring the band. Here we go. Oh, brother.
All right, let me get my tambourine out.
Oh, man.
Off the wall.
You're trying to get the bad spirits away? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Get the spirits. Wow! Oh! As Gary Coleman with the San Diego Padres used to say, oh, doctor! This team needs a doctor right now. Oh, man. The Giants are absolutely anemic. Give this offense a transfusion right now. Right now. Boy.
Yep.
In fact, it not only needs this Giants offense is one big
Dookie.
giant.
Oh, here we go. Get the volume up.
I'll turn that volume up. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
And here it is, the San Francisco Giants offense. And one big long one.
Oh, brother.
Yes, they are pathetic. Let's get to the good.
Yes, MF. What a mess.
And the ugly. We're going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to give you my take.
I see it. Hold on. Let me find it.
What are we looking for?
Someone wants the triple. We got the triple in here somewhere. Someone's calling for the triple.
How about a triple? They haven't hit
There it is.
That sounds like a double.
There it is.
All right. So anyway, here we go.
There you go.
So we'll give you the big take here. Get Eric's take, and then we're going to take your calls. Okay? We're just going to
come in and vent.
Come in and vent.
Let it loose.
It's vent day. Questions, comments, let her all rip. All right, let's get to the good. Wilmer Flores goes 2 for 4. Stays hot. But by golly, Gabe, if there's a right-handed batter, make sure you bench his butt because we don't want to see him out there maybe trying to carry the team or anything. What else we got good? Jacob Junis goes 2 scoreless innings, strikes out 2. Taylor Rogers, a very efficient 7-inning pitch, 1 inning of ball. What else? Anything else good? Jock got a home run. Little too late though, Jocks. You come up with bases loaded a lot and do nothing. It's nice that you hit a home run down 6-0 in the 7th inning. Bravo. Matos got a nice hit. Now let's get to the bad. Okay. Sean Alexander starting. That's on Kapler. That's bad.
He's not used to starting in the first place.
Right?
Was he ever a starter?
No, he's a reliever. It's just the stupidest thing to see this. The bad, Casey Schmidt continues to struggle at the plate, goes 0 for 2. Wisely 0 for 3 with 2 more strikeouts. Yastrzemski 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. J.D. Davis 0 for 2, a strikeout. Austin Slater he was 1 for 4. Who else? I mean, this David VR 0 for 1 with another K. Come on. Let's get to the ugly. The ugly, Farhan Zaidi and Gabe Kapler, and for continually going out there with Anthony DeSclafani, expecting – this is the definition of insanity. doing the same thing over and over again, expecting
a
different
different
results.
outcome. Yep.
Okay, you know what's going to happen. I told you this last night. I said, oh gosh, DeScalfani's going to pitch tomorrow.
Yep.
Forget it. He sucks. He's terrible.
He is.
He's terrible. He's got to be one of the worst pitchers. I've nicknamed him BP DeScalfani, batting practice DeScalfani. Okay, the guy is just awful. He has no movement on his ball. It's straight. It's not coming in that fast. 93 miles an hour is pretty easy to hit for these major leaguers,
especially when it's down the middle.
Well, that's what I mean. He's just BP.
Yep.
He's BP. I should have put money on the Nationals today. Doggone it.
And good point, Ted. How about Lane Thomas steals 4 bags today? Unbelievable. I mean, they manufactured runs because of his speed.
So this is the Giants are on full life support right now. I'm sorry, David VR has not done nothing. Why do you keep bringing him up? I fully expect Luciano to come up Tuesday. I really do. The River Cats have a home game today. It's already started. After today's game, they go on the road. They play Tuesday in Portland. Wait a minute. I got that wrong. I'm looking at Richmond. I just messed up. I switched over to Richmond. Let me get to Sacramento. I think they go to Reno. Where are they going? Albuquerque. Okay. Right now you're in DC. Send VR straight to DC after tomorrow's game. I mean, from Detroit, send him right down to Albuquerque. Don't send Luciano on this trip. Leave him home from Sacramento. Have him show up the ballpark Tuesday. Starting lineup, shortstop. Okay, you need to do something at this point. Put guys with high upside in the game. You're playing floor guys, not ceiling guys. You're playing their floor's low and you're getting their floor. Okay. I don't want to see guys that have that can't hit. Wisely cannot hit right now. VR cannot hit. Maybe someday they can. Okay. But right now he stinks. I'd rather see Luciano come up and struggle. At least I know I'm playing the future and make some deals. Okay. He's not the greatest shortstop or second baseman, but he's better than what we got right now. And Didi Gregorius could come up. You could trade for him with Seattle. He's in AAA. He's not on their 40-man roster. Just make a minor deal. Get Gregorius. Get Wisely out of here. Get Luciano up here. Put Schmidt down where he can get right. Give him, maybe Schmidt gets it right in 2 to 3 weeks and you can bring him back up. But let me tell you something with Farhan, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, Eric, is Farhan has signed after the 21 season, he signed Alex Wood to a 2-year deal, and he signed Anthony BP DeScalfani to a 3-year deal. And he sucked last year, and he sucks this year, and he's going to suck next year, and you're stuck with him. DFA his butt, eat the $12 million, and call up Keaton Wynn, call up Mason Black, call up Kyle Harrison, Wizenhunt. Get this guy and Mania. Okay, so let me finish my thought. I got so frustrated. You signed Wood and DeScalfani, and you let Gosman walk. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? Can I say it one more time? How stupid is that? You got 2 guys that are BP, and you let an ace, one of the best pitchers in baseball, walk for quantity over quality. And you know what? It's Farhan, rinse and repeat. He did the exact same thing this year. He went out and signed Mania and Stripling when he could have went out and got Marcus Stroman for the same money. He goes after quantity over quality. This is ridiculous. You need solid starting pitching. That's what wins you games. And I'm telling you, this is just unbelievable with Farhan. And people love Farhan. And Robert Rothberg, what are you saying today?
We should get a victory tomorrow. They should have swept the Nationals. The second worst team in the National League.
Yeah, Lou Marson says Peterson's hot. He's hit 2 home runs in the last few games. Trade him. Yeah, I bet they won't. We like our team. You're going to stick with DeScalfani. You're going to stick with you're going to keep throwing Manaea out there and DeScalfani, and they're going to get rocked. Nothing's changed.
Hey, let's take a look at this. All of Farhan's quote-unquote big deals, all his 3-year deals, the max he's ever gone with any player, every single one
La Stella
has sucked. La Stella, they DFA'd him in the last year, right? They didn't even pick DeScalfani, Haniger. That's not looking good. This tells you he just doesn't know what he's doing as far as free agents. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Look what we're seeing out there.
Yeah, well, Haniger was having a rough year.
Yeah, it's so far. Even before he got hit on the hand.
That's what I mean. He was having a rough year.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't even start the season. Your perennial off-season free agent couldn't even start the season for the first month because he had a hammy and a damn oblique. It's like, come on, man. And just like you said, where's the quality? I don't give a shit about quantity. I want quality product out there that can actually keep guys in the game. And you know what? And here's another thing. The beginning of the season, the platoon stuff was working because everyone was fresh. Now we're halfway through the season, more than halfway through the season, and guys are getting tired. Again, because of injuries. When you're relying on part-time players, when you're having to put them in a position where they're playing full-time or even throughout the length of a season, they're going to get tired. They're not used to playing every day, and we're seeing it right now. I'm just tired of it. It's the damn Washington Nationals. This isn't the Dodgers. This isn't the Braves. This is the Braves against the Reds. They split. But come on, these are the game. This is where you're supposed to make up ground by playing teams like this. It wouldn't surprise me if they lose to Detroit tomorrow either. To be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me. Who's pitching tomorrow for the Giants?
Phillies got 3 runs in the bottom or the top of the 10th to lead Cleveland 8-5. But Cleveland has loaded up the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 10th. The Diamondbacks lost again. The Cubs are whipping on the Cardinals. They're coming. They may. Padres actually lost today, which is good.
Yep. How about Detroit? The Dodgers?
Dodgers are down 8-4.
Oh wow!
Texas
turned it on.
Top of the 8-4. Let's see. Where is Marlins won 3-2 and 10. So here's the deal. This team needs a big jolt right now. You're playing guys that are not ready to play in the major leagues. Your middle infield is just atrocious at the plate. Schmidt and Wisely, and then you got VR. Where was VR playing today? Was he the DH?
I think he was the DH because Peterson pitched.
Was he the DH?
He was the DH. Peterson hit for him.
Wait a minute. Playoffs? We're talking playoffs. VR was the DH? Wait a minute.
Yes.
I didn't watch. You got to be kidding me. Oh, gosh. David VR is your DH. Hey, Robert Rothberg, I got news for you. If David VR is your DH, your team stinks. David VR is your DH?
Who's the Dodgers DH?
Probably JD
Martinez. Exactly. The guy who's got over 20 home runs and is batting almost 300, I think.
Let's see who the Dodgers DH is today, just in case it wasn't DH. Oh, they gave him a day off, but they had Will Smith. So
Pretty good DH there.
David VR is your DH. I was so not even fully paying attention today because it's just whatever. I was just burnt out. But let me say it again. David VR was your DH?
I could
Are
see
you
why.
kidding me?
I could see why you're wearing the attire that you're wearing because.
Yeah, I got hold on. Robert, I gotta go take my allergy pill. Feel like my allergies are coming on.
Go
Robert,
for it.
when I come back, answer the question in the chat, Robert. David VR was your DH. What do you think about that? I'll be right back. Go ahead, Eric.
Sure, I'll put his answer up if he answers. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I mean, it's so frustrating. I really thought maybe they'd come out with a win today, but as soon as you get into the first inning and the Nationals put up 2 right off the bat, and here come, you kind of saw the writing on the wall. It's a tough watch right now. The way with the lineup that they're trotting out there, man. Can I put Robert on timeout? No, I think Dan wants him to answer the question. Let's see what he says. Again, the question is, what do you think about VR being the DH in today's game where they got swept by the second worst team in the National League? Yes. But I tell you what, though, the Nationals sure didn't play like the second worst team. Man, they came out swinging the bats these last 3 games. They weren't messing around. And that Lane Thomas, I seen a few comments earlier in the show here. Yeah, Lane Thomas, that guy is something else. Steals 4 bags, gets really good, great defense. Man. Yeah, that's true, Senior. Angels are getting hot. I don't know what the score is right now, but yeah, they're showing some promise as well.
Did Robert answer?
No, he has not answered.
Come on, Robert. You're coming in with these wild takes. I asked you a solid question. Oh, wait, here it is. Dan, to be candid, I would have preferred someone else to be the DH. That being said, I still rooting for VR.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the guy too. He's a nice kid.
That's avoiding the question.
But this isn't Little League where we have,
participation.
I remember when
trophies.
I was 9 years old, I was on the Little League Major League team. Back then, you had to play a minimum of 6 innings or 24 innings a year. I can't remember how many it was, but I got the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
It was token. I shouldn't have played at all. I wasn't ready. I was 9 years old playing with 12-year-olds. But, it was all to get me ready for when I was 10, 11, and 12. But this is the major leagues. We don't give participation trophies to guys and stick them out there because, you want to help them get out of a slump and you think he might be able to do it. I don't know. It's pathetic to watch. How many runs they get today, Eric?
1.
How many did they get yesterday?
1.
Or did they get 2? What was yesterday's score?
Yesterday, wasn't it? 1, 10-1.
All right. What did they get Friday?
What is it? Weren't they shut out? I can't remember.
5-3.
Maybe something like that, right? Yeah.
What they get Thursday in Cincy?
2, right? Was it 2 or 1? I can't remember.
But
yeah, they're not.
I think he said they had scored 6 runs in 3 games. Make
They
it
had
7
scored-
and 4.
Right. So now it's been 5 games and they've scored 7 runs? Something
I
like
don't know.
that.
It's pathetic. And this was going on before
8
the
runs?
break.
Yeah, 8
Remember?
runs in the last.
Before the All-Star break, this was going on.
8 runs in the last 5 games.
Okay,
What's that equal?
Farhan, get a clue. Your offense sucks. You need help. You need help immediately. It's like your troops are on the firing line and they're getting plucked. Send in reinforcements. Your crew's about ready to just be completely obliterated, and you're sitting there doing nothing.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
You want me to throw the link in there?
Yeah. Let's
Here we
hear
go.
it.
Guys, come join. Vent your frustration or
Do
tell
it
us what you
quickly
think.
because this ain't going to be that long today. We'll go as long as you're participating.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see who's going to show up today.
We're going to go as long as you're participating. That's 45 minutes. We'll be done. Because we're going to be quick and precise. And, Lane Thomas is good.
He's great, man. Holy crap. 4
Why don't
stolen
they-
bases. I
Why don't
mean,
they go get him? He's got power, can hit, defense. How is it like? Hey, Robert, you better win the next 3. You're playing Detroit and Oakland.
yeah, no kidding.
What are you going to do if they lose the next 3, Robert?
Hey, we got one. All right, cool.
Let's go. Bring him in. Spencer.
Spencer, welcome to the show.
How's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You're
All
good.
right. Yeah. Oh my God, this team is just killing me. I mean, Villar hitting DH, pretty much all says all you need to know.
It
I
does.
mean, what in the F is Farhan doing?
I wish I knew.
Oh
you know
my!
what? That's the $1 million question, to be honest with you, because it's been constant.
Yeah.
And that's the most frustrating part of this whole thing. Is there he hasn't. It doesn't seem like he has learned from his mistakes.
No.
And I don't understand.
Not at all. Yeah. God, I don't even know what to say. I mean, if you're gonna charge us $50 for parking and tickets and $80 for food, and at least put a product out there that's worth watching. I mean, this is just. Are we going to beat the A's? Honestly,
Maybe not. I mean, the A's have. They
may not coming home after a long 11-day trip. They might be a little tired, kind of like when they came back from New York. They do have a night game and a day game tomorrow, so it's a little bit different, but they could be flat Tuesday.
Yeah.
who's
And
the big? Is it Blackburn? Is that the big A's pitcher? Are the Giants going to face him?
I don't know.
Let me take a look at the match.
Take a gander, because I know you said we're facing a lefty tomorrow, right?
Philly,
I think they're facing lefties the next few games. They got Ken Waldachuk. He's a
Batting
lefty
practice
on Tuesday, and then Wednesday they're facing another lefty, Hogan Harris. So it's going to be.
They're keeping all these lefties in there. Oh man!
Yeah, everybody's going to start throwing lefties because
just like they did in the beginning of the season when the Giants really went.
Giants
down
have no right-handed pitch batters. They've got Slater and Matos
and Flores,
and JD Davis is not hitting with a lick at all right now. He's striking out constantly. Ted Mosby brings up a good point. This is what I'm saying. I just tweeted out, bring up Wynn. Beck would be another one, and Black would be another one. It's time to
can't be any worse. Like we were talking about this. Can't be any worse than what they're throwing out right
now. Useless. I'm not ready to give up on Stripling yet, just because looks like he's starting to come around. But I'm done with DeScalfani and Minaya.
Yeah.
I heard somebody on the KMBR or whatever talk about what was the guy's name that said it? Steven Rosado or whatever. They asked him what the X factor was for the second half of the Giants, and he said DeScalfani.
No, he did not.
He did. He did. He said DeScalfani's the X factor. If he can do well, and I'm like, you're going to pick DeScalfani? Have you seen this dude pitch? He's awful.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I guarantee you that I don't think they're going to go with DeScalfani anymore.
I think
if they do, they need their heads examined. I would either trade him for Bugs Bunny or Donald Duck or
Elmer
somebody,
Fudd?
Elmer Fudd, something like that, or just DFA him. But maybe you can get a mascot for him that would be good, that would be entertaining. but just eat the rest of that salary.
Bring back Yuppie.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is. It's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because you can see DeSclafani has nothing.
Nothing.
And he's so hittable when he's not hitting his spots, like you said before. He's batting practice.
Oh, absolutely. And then he hangs those sliders. When he hangs those sliders, you're just like, oh my God, here we go.
They're going to go 6-5 at best on an 11-game road trip after winning 5 in a row.
And it started off so promising, in Pittsburgh.
That's unbelievable.
You sweep that, you win the first 2 against Cincinnati, and now you just went straight down the toilet. You just totally just lose all that momentum.
Yep.
Yeah, you've lost it all. And if you lose to Detroit tomorrow, oh my goodness.
All right. I'll let you guys go.
All right, Spencer.
Hey, thanks for joining, Spencer.
Thanks for joining.
You bet.
All right, put that link up right up there again. Just keep throwing it in there so it's at the bottom of or the top of the chat. Hey guys, anybody want to call in? We're going to go rapid fire today.
I know Greg. Come on, Greg. I know you want to come in and just give both barrels. Come on. Yeah,
just come on in. We're going to go rapid fire.
Oh, there's Liam. Liam, you're more than welcome to join.
You don't have to come in and stay long. We like to just run through your comments. This is a Farhan's garbage pile creation of a roster. Yep. I mean, the fact that they're 8 games over 500 is astonishing because they've had 2 streaks of 10 and 7. You take those 17 games that they won, separately kind of in a row. The rest of the season,
Phillies won.
Phillies did win. Okay, so now the Giants lose a game to both Florida and the Phillies, and the Phillies are now a half game behind the Giants and Miami. Cincinnati has taken over the top spot as the top wild card. The Giants fall tied for second or tied for third, whichever way you want to look at it. They're only a half game ahead of the Phillies and Miami. Cubs 5.5 back. I started to say the Chargers. The Padres are 6 back. Mets 7 back. The way this team is going, it could do a free fall. Wish we could play that. Skinner's free or who's saying free fall?
No, you're thinking
not Skinner. That was
you just I just lost it. What's his name? Oh, brother. I just totally brain farted.
Oh yeah, I know who the guy that's saying Born in the is it?
No. Tom Petty. That's it. Thank you, Ted.
Oh, Tom Petty. That's right.
Oh my God.
Free falling. They could go into a free fall without reinforcements. If Farhan waits too long, which he's doing, he's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Farhan, you need to make a move. Your team is falling apart at the seams. Your manager makes some of the most stupid, idiotic decisions I've ever seen from a manager. It's unbelievable. Gosh. I mean, they have got to do something different. Get more professionals. Right now, you're playing too many AAA guys. Too many AAA guys. I mean, I watched Didi Gregorius last night for Tacoma playing the River Cats. He's not what he used to be, but he's better than Wisely, okay? He's better than Wisely. He's a professional.
That just tells you the state of this team. If you're willing to take on Didi Gregorius because we got Wisely, that just tells you the state of the team right now. It's not good.
Right.
It's not good.
But Gregorius would actually give you some experience, and you could use him when let's just be honest. Right now, they're missing 3 critical pieces to their lineup in Estrada and Crawford and Haniger. Those were 3 regulars that were, pretty much counted on to help carry this team.
But is it a surprise when you sign guys who have a history of getting hurt? Haniger, when he got hurt in the beginning of the season, that wasn't because of a freak accident. That's because he tends to get hurt. He pulled a hamstring and he pulled an oblique. So,
yes,
I mean.
Exactly. Gregorius, that's what I was saying. I was watching him last night. He's still fast. He's athletic.
And honestly, I agree with you, Gonzo. I don't think Haniger is going to be that much of a factor when he comes back. He's missed pretty much the whole damn season. Minus 1 month that he played, I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not in the cards right now, but this.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with the River Cats. 1-0. They lead the game. Let me see what the box score looks like.
Not looking good for Luciano here in the beginning.
Well, let's see. One thing you gotta look at when you look at he's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, but we don't know what those bats looked like, if he had any good swings or what, if he took the count full.
Hey, welcome, Liam. Liam's in here.
All right.
Hey, Liam, what's up?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing
good,
well.
Liam. Man, it's got to be. Let me look at
it's
the.
Very AM.
I can look at the clock there and look at my world clock, and I see that it's 10 at night, 10:05.
Oh, that's not so bad, yeah.
No, early, normally compared to usual.
Yeah, not too bad. I was
what do you think?
Did you watch the game today?
Sadly,
sadly.
every time they get a runner at second, I have no confidence they're going to.
Oh, how about runners at second and third with no outs and not one run? What the hell?
And then every time the Nationals had a runner at second or third, you just knew.
Oh, they were going to get them in.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you think? Oh, MF's asking, you want to buy or sell?
Sell.
There you go.
They're just not. They're never going to win a championship. 2-man rotation and a AAA teams,
Right. It's really a difficult time right now because of the injuries and the fact that they're just not. They got guys that are struggling, hitting. That really can't hit at this point. Wisely and Schmidt in particular, and they're throwing them out there, and they're just, they're in the 8-9 hole that constantly, do something different, Kapler. Do something different when your offense is struggling.
Yeah, why is Flores back in second as well? You need to swap Matos and Flores.
I was just going to say the same thing. Matos should be up at second. Flores should be batting 4th or 5th in that range. Those are the guys that get on base, and then you've got guys up behind them that aren't doing anything. Matos starts rallies or keeps them going, and then you get to the bottom of the order and it's dead.
Yeah, no one can drive him in.
So just put Matos up near the top. Make him, I don't know.
And he does better.
There's a lot of problems with this team. A lot of problems. And we've discussed it over and over again. So it's Yaz. What's Yaz down to? About 226? Where is
I'm
he?
looking at right now.
Yeah, they said he was 4 for his last 40.
Yaz is 226.
Yeah, I nailed it. Okay, he's 226, And
Yeah, Conforto didn't even play today.
look at Flores. He's at 296.
He's your best hitter.
And they doesn't even play him.
No, they don't play him because he's your best hitter. You wouldn't want to do that, Liam. That's not the way you play baseball. You don't put your best players out there.
No, never.
You save them in case you might need them.
Dan, Eric's telling you to check your Twitter.
That's exactly what Kapler does. He wants him on the bench. What's on my Twitter?
I don't know. Eric just said to check it.
This trade for Verlander stuff. Why would you want to trade for Verlander? Because even if you trade for him,
I tell you what.
Win.
You just triggered my thought here because I wanted to bring this up. You think Verlander is going to opt out of his clause, no trade clause, to come to the San Francisco Giants? Hell no. Even though the Mets are sucking up, I mean, goodness gracious, does he want to come out to San Francisco? You think it's going to be much different?
All the run support he'll get.
That's the thing. He ain't going to get no run support. He sees what's going on.
Oh, okay. Here's a double play. Look at this. From
who is this? Oh, Luciano. Oh, look at that. Behind the back, little flip. Not too bad. Someone's showing off.
Camera work's not that great in AAA, but it looks like he may have.
Scouts are out there. Scouts are watching that game, 100%.
Oh, he kind of bobbled it, but it looked like when he bobbled it was. It looked like he got thrown off by the umpire. Watch the replay here.
Oh, you got to redo it. It already went through.
It's coming up again. The umpire is his leg. It went right. The umpire had to lift his leg.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe that messed with him.
Yeah.
Nice little flip, though. I like that.
Here it is. Watch the umpire.
Whoop.
See, that had to.
Yeah, that might have messed straight from the glove.
Yeah, flip from the glove. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks,
I like
Eric.
those glove flips.
Thanks.
Good job, Eric.
Eric L. for getting that. I was thinking about, man, I wish I was watching the game last night. There's nobody there. Eric, how far are you away from Sac Stadium?
Not far. Like
you
maybe
should
40
be
minutes.
You should go there and we should do a live stream.
I need to go over there. I should.
Man, there's nobody there. You could kidding. You could sit anywhere you want.
Yeah, but it's like 100 damn degrees out there right now.
I don't care. You got it's 116 here. You got to get out there and work for the channel, man. I'm paying you a lot of money right now to get this stuff done.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I need to. Maybe when Harrison comes back, because I could catch like a Mason Black or a Harrison or something.
Yeah.
Maybe meet senior softball out there too.
Yeah.
Anyone else in the area? Hey, we could all go out there and watch a game.
Who's Armando Alvarez? Anybody know who that is?
Have no idea.
He just hit a 2-run homer for the River Cats.
Yeah.
Don't know who that is. I'm just
I have no idea who that kid is. Armando Alvarez. He's batting .327 and he's 2 for 2.
So, Austin Slater would be such a good trade candidate.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He just smashes lefties.
He's a right-handed guy. He's a little guy. Come on, go back.
What are you trying to look at? The home run?
Yeah, I just saw it, but it's not rewinding. Come on. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm going to keep throwing the link out there for if you want to come join. You guys are more than happy to.
All right, here it is.
Take one for the team. Yeah.
Here it is.
Boom. Opposite field. Wow.
I don't know who it is. Never heard of him. Armando Alvarez.
Look at that. Who the heck is that?
What position does he play?
He plays.
I'm going to have to take a gander at this kid here.
My guess is he plays
first base. Holy shit, he's old as hell. He's 29 years old.
Oh, forget it. I don't need no 29-year-olds that are not in the major leagues.
Yeah, he's a career minor leaguer.
Okay, he's what you call minor league depth.
Yeah.
So
Gonzo, if I'm not mistaken, Liam, wasn't it your dad got you to be a Giants fan or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
yeah, Gonzo asked the
He
question.
watched Montana and Young.
There you
and
go.
then 49ers, and then another San Francisco team. He's always like the Giants.
All right, do we got any more callers to come in?
I just put the link out there. MF, man, you have been around for like a year. You need to join up. Come on,
Come on, MF.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, MF. Come on in.
No Shardell today?
Oh, he might be working.
Yeah.
At good old great America.
Yeah. Hey, MF, send us a picture of yourself. We got to see what you look. I saw one picture of you holding a fish on your Twitter, and then it's gone now. You changed your profile.
Eric, Rivercats scored more runs in one game than the Giants in two.
So I want to see.
Eric, against the second
Oh.
worst team in the National League. I just don't get it. And the starting pitchers were horrendous for the Nationals. Horrendous.
Hey, if the Giants fail to make the playoffs this year by a game, they can look to Washington. They got 5 out of 6 they lost to Washington this year.
Embarrassing.
5
Unbelievable,
out of 6.
man.
How many teams have Washington swept?
This is the first team. This is the
it?
first team they swept this year. I remember seeing a headline on it yesterday that the Nationals could be going for their first sweep of the season, and they got it.
Giants baseball, nothing like it.
It happens
The
in baseball. It's a weird thing, but
worst team against the National League. I can't get it. I don't understand.
well,
I don't understand.
Well, it's easy to understand. Just look at their lineup.
I mean, but you think about it. I mean, the starting pitcher, all the starting
The
pitchers
Nationals have a better lineup than the Giants do.
They have a better lineup. But did you see their starting pitching? They couldn't find a strike zone. And the Giants still couldn't do nothing. I don't get it. It's just
because the Giants have they're up there just hacking away.
Yep.
They're trying to pull everything instead of just going with the pitches, working pitch. They got away from what made them good in the earlier year, which was taking counts, getting pitchers deep into the count, getting pitchers high pitch count. They're letting guys go 7-8 innings against them. I mean, the kid from the big tall kid, who was it pitching? Oh, the Irwin Friday night. He went 8 innings. It's like,
even if you walk, there's no one to pick you up and drive you in.
Yeah, there's nobody. Yeah, exactly. It's. I'm telling you, get used to until they get reinforcements. This team's going to struggle.
Yeah,
they're going to struggle, especially when you don't. I mean, when Logan Webb gets bombed and Cobb gets rocked in his last start, you're in real trouble because you don't have anybody to stop the bleeding.
Exactly. Nationals' first sweep since June of 2021. That just tells you right there.
What?
That's what Hiroku's saying. Nationals' first sweep since June of 2021.
21?
We're talking 2 years.
That can't be.
2 years.
That can't be that they went all last year without a sweep.
The issue I have with that,
every team, even the A's sweep.
Where you say the Giants,
every team wins 4 or 5 in a row in baseball.
Exactly. The Giants can win the wild card. Yes, they get hot and win it all. The problem is that's a lot of wishing. I want you to go out there every day and put forth the best effort you can. You may not win them all, but you're putting out a competitive lineup. You're putting out competitive starting pitching, and you're trying to get in there and win it all the time. Right now, it just looks bad. And I'm not wishing, I'm not hoping. I just want them to do. How about that?
I mean, you should not be getting blown out every game against the Nationals.
Exactly. I mean, these are blowouts. 6-1, that's a blowout. 10-1 is an embarrassment. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man.
They can't
Hey,
even.
Joe, come on, man.
Come on, man.
But
But
to get to the bullpen.
this is we were looking at the schedule. Remember, they're going to go on. They're going to go face the Pirates. They're going to face the Reds and the Nationals. You know, we should be able to do well on this road trip. And now I can understand maybe it being a dogfight against the Pirates because the Pirates could kind of have be in the fight a little bit. But they swept them. They split against the Reds, which is okay because they're a good team. But then you go to the Nationals. Okay, this is where you make up some ground, from the previous two series.
Oh, here we go. Dan Dibley, 1 minute ago, puts out a tweet on Twitter. The San Francisco Giants got swept by the Nationals. Not good. At the trade deadline, do you think they should be buyers, be sellers, buy and sell, sit and do nothing? And right now it's, oh my goodness, 38% said sit and do nothing. Are you? Only 8% said be buyers. 31% be sellers. I'm part of the 31.
But
buy and sell 23%. 38% said sit and do nothing.
38% sit and do nothing. And you know what I think they're trying to do? I think maybe those are the people who just want to keep the prospects, I think, maybe.
38% said sit and do nothing. I'm going to type that in there. Go ahead, carry on.
Yeah, no problem. Wow.
You watch. Farn's going to pull a massive trade, give away all the top prospects for some rental, and they won't even make the playoffs. And then we'll be held back for another couple of years.
38% Dodger fans. That's pretty good. This is just...
Dodgers going to run away with it.
I mean, what's the score now? Is the game finished by chance? I'm guessing it's over.
Who's that?
The Dodgers.
I'll check it. Go ahead and check it.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. See what we got here. Yeah, it's a final. The Dodgers lost 8-4. Rangers come back.
I saw they were 4-0 up in that game, so I thought they were going to win that. But
yeah, Phillies won. We already talked about that. Cubs won. Angels are leading 2-1.
Padres lost to the Tigers. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Who was pitching for the Tigers by chance?
I'll have a quick look.
I know they're. I wonder if it was the kid Rodriguez, maybe.
Someone called Faedo. Don't. 27.
Oh, Scooble. Is that who the Giants are going to play or face, or is that who threw today? MF.
Let's see who they're going to face.
Yeah, that's who they're going to face. But who pitched today against the Padres?
Faedo.
Gotcha.
I don't know how to say his name, but he's got like a 5 ERA.
Oh, Rocky in Connecticut said Mike Ivy has passed away. Rest in peace.
Jeez. Poor Mike Ivy, man. Yeah. He was one of the first guys that went through a lot of, what do they call it? Mental health today. He had a lot of stuff that was going on that prevented him at times from playing. He was had some, I don't know what kind of demons he was dealing with, but he was really talked about it, and he wasn't ready to quit the game at times, but he was a talented hitter. I remember I was at a game when he hit a grand slam against the Dodgers. Man, that was awesome. Mike Ivy, rest in peace. Here's what I responded to Dan Dibley's deal. I said, 38% said sit and do nothing. What are you, crazy? This team is on life support and either needs reinforcements immediately or they should sell and build for 24. This team cannot hit and Disco can't pitch, and doing nothing, they will end up in 4th place behind San Diego. I do believe that. If they do nothing, I think that's where they're headed.
Yep. Hey, might as well bring up the standings while we're at it. You want to bring that up?
Yeah, let me bring that up here.
Oh, you got it? All right. Holy crap. Angels back-to-back bombs. All right.
I don't think Achani's getting traded now, is he?
No, I don't think so.
Because they've been hot.
Yeah, they've been playing really good.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We look at the standings. Baltimore won again today over the Rays. They
2
take
games up.
three out of 4 in the 4-game series, and are
Wow.
2 games over the Tampa Bay Rays. Currently, they have the best record in the American League and the number 1 seed. Rangers come back to beat LA, and they now have a 3.5 game lead over the Astros. Cleveland Guardians, wow, that's a team that should sell.
They're only 2 games out of the Central.
I know, but you got to look at it. They're not going to go anywhere. They're under 500. They're not going to. Yeah, they're just not going anywhere. The Braves running away with the National League East.
Yeah, that's not even a competition there.
Let's see what else. Giants 4 back. They're lucky they're not 5 back. Let's take a look at the wild card standings. Reds on top. Diamondbacks, Giants tied.
Philly, Miami, all right there.
Yeah. I don't think Miami's got the horses to stay in it. Phillies do. They'll make reinforcements because they have a really aggressive general manager. You're dealing. Padres will probably be aggressive. And
do you think Chicago? They may not even trade Bellinger if they're still in the run.
Who knows? With the Giants and Miami, Diamondbacks losing all this, it's giving the Cubs, keeping them on life support. They've won 3 in a row. Definitely the Cardinals are ready to sell. I'd be making a deal this afternoon with, I'd be going after Jordan Montgomery or Jack Flaherty and getting one of those guys and getting
another team's going to pick him up. You watch.
Of course, because Farhan will wait.
Yep.
Farhan will wait. He's going to wait, and he's going to wait, just what I said last night, and he's going to wait, and then someone else is going to he's going to be on the fence. I don't know if I want to give up that guy. Can you hey, and then the other guy's going to get off the phone, and someone's going to call and say, let's just do this. A couple of wheelers, dealers will get it done, and Farhan will be left holding the bag again, just as he was with Cody Bellinger and everybody else.
Interesting. Elliott puts up a stat here of the 8 runs the Giants scored in this 5-game losing streak. 7 are from home runs. Interesting.
Well, they don't move the line. They do not move the line. You saw that today.
It's almost they're reverting back to how they were playing in the beginning of the season, where they couldn't manufacture and everything is off the long ball.
Right. Who hit the Matos got the single, took second on the throw. Bailey. Oh yeah, and Bailey. Here's another thing. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If Patrick Bailey is your cleanup hitter from the right side of the plate, you are done. I'm telling you, Patrick Bailey's swing looks like Sandoval's right-handed swing when he came up. This guy is a great catcher, hits pretty well left-handed, but right-handed, he got a hit that was just a flare. And the only reason he got a hit was because the throw when C.J. Abrams went behind the bag at second, he was off balance and he couldn't get anything on his throw. So Matos then singles sharply to center, and Bailey takes third, and Matos takes second on the throw. Second and third, nobody out. You don't score. Because why? Who was up next?
Yastrzemski.
Who was up? No. What did he do?
Was it Yastrzemski or was it VR?
Yeah, and VR. Yastrzemski and then VR.
Yeah. What? Everybody?
And Yaz struck out.
Struck out, and that was in what inning? That was in the 3rd or 4th? It was in the 4th. Okay. What did VR do? Everybody remember what VR did? He did what you thought he would do. He struck out.
Mhm.
I thought
That
he
was a
would
tough
either
call,
strike
though.
out or hit into a DP. He struck out. Then Schmidt lined out to right. It was hit okay, but it was a dying duck. It looked like to me, and the right fielder came in, Thomas, and made
Lane Thomas, he ain't gonna miss that.
made a nice diving catch. So they scored nothing. So that is your problem, the construction of the lineup. Now you ask, well, Dan, you're being very critical. What would you have done? Well, I would have started the game. I'm facing a lefty. Based on what I have on this roster, there's not a whole lot you can do, but I would have put Slater up. First, I wouldn't even put. I just lead off with Matos. I'd put Matos lead off. Second, I would put who's in that lineup that could bat second. I probably would have went with. It's pathetic. In some ways, Gabe is totally handicapped. There's not much you can do. Second,
Luciano just hit.
Marco Luciano just hit a solo home run. There it is. Let's see if we can get this. See the highlight here. There it is. He's rounding the bases. Wow. Should have had that on. Let's see if we can get the replay.
They'll be showing that to all the front offices.
Yep.
Trade him.
Let's see if I can rewind it. And,
what the fuck does this mean?
Okay, here we go. Here it is, guys. Marco Luciano, home run.
Boosh!
Ooh. It's a nice swing.
Nice.
We'll see a replay of it, too. There you go. There you go. Telling you, he's coming up Tuesday. If not, he's in some kind of trade this week if he's not coming up this week.
Yeah.
Here's the replay.
They should call him up. I mean, he can't do worse than the...
No, you can't.
And then you can sub Schmidt in when they need him for defense.
Exactly. Just get him up here. And so, yeah, I don't know what you do with this stupid lineup because you don't really have anything. You face lefties, this team is in trouble. That's why I would get him up here and I'd get Ramos up here.
Hey,
they're facing lefties the next 3 games, and they faced a lefty today. Why isn't Ramos up on this team? I'm telling you, Ramos should be. Is he in the lineup today?
Ramos is in the lineup, yes. He's not going to be in Detroit.
That's stupid. That is just so stupid. You have no right-handed bats. I mean, it's time to. Oh, gosh.
Here we go.
Anyway.
Here's a quote from Kapler. I have nothing but confidence in this group. Again, be nice and even through a downtime, just like we're nice and even through an uptime. Sounds like Rothberg to me. Robert, are you who you say you are?
Oh. It was annoying me when he was eating his apple because I was just thinking,
and supposedly Farhan was with the team in Washington.
Thanks, Lou. Lou Marston just sent me the Mike Ivy grand slam call from Lon Simmons against the Dodgers. I was at that game. There was 58,000 people at Candlestick.
Wow.
The place was literally swaying. I could feel it. I was out in the right field bleachers. It was unbelievable. Mike Ivy, wow. And Lon Simmons, I wish I could play that call. It was unbelievable. Go to YouTube, guys. Go to YouTube and look up. Let's see, a guy by the name of Greg Stangland, Stangland, or just look up Mike Ivy beats LA with Grand Slam.
He says it was a 2-0 pitch from Don Sutton.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. I was there. I've got it on my recorder. I've got it on tape somewhere. I made it. I made a montage of all of the great calls all year long. I was making tapes on my Panasonic recorder. That was the old days where you had to push play and record at the same time.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, the good old times.
And then you hit stop and it would click because then you'd hit rewind and keep redoing it because you didn't want that was I did it for I literally would do it every pitch because I was just looking for highlights. And then I would just rewind, start it over right at the spot. You hear the tape.
Yep.
So I did a ton of that.
I put the link back in the chat, guys. Whoever wants to join.
Yeah, we're going to go 5 minutes more, and that's it, guys. We're going to call it a day.
Supposedly Farhan is with the team to take a look at the roster.
Oh, he needs to be. I don't need to be with the team to know this is a dump.
That's what it was saying in the article. I'm sure you have that same article, Dan. You probably could look at it later. It just popped up about 5 minutes ago.
Which one was that?
NBC.
Sports Bear. Okay. Yeah. But Lou, thanks again for that. That was a great memory.
Yeah, there he goes. He says, Dan, it was rocking. After the Giants game, Lon would do recaps after every game.
It was. I was there. How old was I? I was 17. 17. I was there, me and my buddy from high school, and it was just an unbelievable place. Yeah, 78 was a good year. They were in the pennant race until about early September, but they had a magical year after, coming off some rough years in the mid-70s, and all of a sudden the Giants were playing good baseball, and it was a fun team.
I like what Jay says. Those old Giant teams had great pitching. Disco would never make that team.
John the Count Monefusco, Bob Nepper.
Jay says he's got a baseball signed by Ivy.
Yeah. Ed Halicki. I mentioned Bob Nepper. There was another Hammaker was on that team, was he? Or I'm not sure if Hammaker was on that team or not. Gosh, they had a couple of young guys. It was fun. Jack Clark, Jack the Ripper was out there.
Hiroku just said that right when you said that. Jack
I had his jersey, number 22, Jack the Ripper, Terry Whitfield, Larry Herndon.
Jay says he was in section 2 behind
Maddox.
home plate. Great POV pinch at HR.
All right, Trock is in the house. He's gonna close us out. We got one more call.
All
Bring
right,
in Trock.
there we go. Hey,
What's
real
up,
quick,
Trock?
Red L says he remembers Joe Altobelli lighting cigarettes for Mike Ivy and Heidi Cruz in the dugout at Candlestick.
Yeah, Heidi Cruz. That's another one.
What's up, Trock?
See you?
Are you there? Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Trock, how you doing?
What's happening, fellas? A glorious Sunday.
Yeah.
Does this
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
Usually when my team just keeps getting their ass kicked in the season, I defer back and go like, well, it's football season now. So it's now, do we say it's football season now, or do we just try to keep playing this game? Oh, they got
It's getting close. It's getting close.
Like, when do we do that? I think now, trade deadline might be the time, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. We got, 49ers mini camp coming up. A lot of fun battles coming. I think the fans are going to be pretty excited. A lot of banter. I mean,
the
what's going on, the quarterback situation.
The quarterback, that's going to be huge. Yeah.
Can we start calling? I've been trying to say that. Start this. Call Sam Darnold Sammy Dimes. I think
Sammy Dimes.
the parallel between Sam Darnold and Trey Lance is so ironic. It's unbelievable. You have the future of Trey Lance. You could be looking in the future and see Sammy Darnold in 3 years, which is incredible, which it could be, right? But the fans are so divided between the two of, well, we got to keep and play Sam or Trey Lance because he's going to be good in the future. And I'm like, well, if you look in the mirror and see Trey or Sam Darnold, it's kind of the same place to where you got a guy in his last leg moving to a different team, coming in, he has something to prove. There's some similarities there. So I want to get your take on that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Give me that take real quick again. I'm sorry. I was reading something and I didn't catch the beginning portion.
Talking about how Sam Darnold and Trey Lance are similar in their situations, right?
Similar, yeah. So like Sam Darnold is Trey Lance 3 years from now. Because if Trey Lance is going to succeed, he has to go to a different place typically because he has to be on the field. He has to play, right?
He does have to play.
Sam Darnold kind of got a bad rap. Now he's on his last leg where he's got to prove it, right? So the similarities the parallels are there, like pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. Although this is my take on it, Troc. I said it last night. I don't know if you were in at the end of the show last night. We had Bora come in and we were talking a little bit about the 49ers. My take is this. Trey Lance got your highest upside, but you really don't know until you see what you got, until you really play him with all of the tools on the field and the fact that he's healthy again. This is the only time that you have a real built-in alibi to say that Purdy is just not 100% and we're not ready to, risk putting him out there. So my feeling is this: start Trey Lance the first couple of games, see what you got. If he's unbelievable, and I would only do that if he's really good in the preseason. If he sucks in the preseason, then you kind of know what you got. Okay. But if he's really looks good in preseason, gets out there with all the tools with CMC and Kittle and Debo and Ayuk and all the guys that they have a full plethora of position players that he can have at his disposal. Then after a couple of games, if all of a sudden, he's completing 65 to 70% of his passes, he's hitting guys in stride, he's getting first downs at times with his legs, 49ers are putting up 30 plus points, you might have something that you thought you had when you drafted him. But if you start Purdy day one and you never give Lance a chance, you basically are going to have to get rid of Lance for nothing. You're not going to get any value for him. You might get a 5th, 6th round pick, but you're not going to get anything. And I think his ceiling is the highest, and I think he has the talent, the raw talent, to be a top 5, top 7 quarterback in the league, but you won't know it unless he plays. And I think it would be foolish on the 49ers part to never give him the chance and he goes somewhere else and he becomes a star. What do you think of that?
Well, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I wouldn't mind just for the sake of Brock Purdy in his career, because I think no matter what he does, he's going to find a spot in the NFL. I think there's enough teams around the league that saw that he went 8-0. He's going to have a starting spot somewhere. But what I don't want to see Brock Purdy is him rushed back, because I really don't want to see him rushed back. I would love to see him even placed on the DL just to start the season.
The PUP or whatever, physically unable to perform list.
Exactly. So he's not rushed back. You kind of let it in. Training camp, you have a chance to see Sam Darnold and Trey Lance. And your argument for Trey Lance can be made for Sam Darnold too. Well, maybe Sam Darnold's not as good because he wasn't on a team with all these weapons and yada, 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 right? So that has to be in the equation. What I would like to see is have them duke it out. let the best man win, and then
Competition, yeah.
Competition. I'm not going to pick a side. I mean, I just don't want to see Trey Lance or Brock Purdy rushed. I don't want to see that. I want to see the competition. I don't want to see like last year where Trey Lance was handled with kids' gloves to where they kind of put Jimmy Garoppolo. No, we're not going to have him. Trey Lance, our guy. We're going to kind of put him in the other field and not even have him in the room. That I don't want that. I want true competition, put up or shut up. And the reason I also say this is there's a little thing that we have every year is the draft. And if Trey Lance doesn't play or doesn't show, there's going to be guys come out of college next year that have more experience than Trey Lance has in his entire collegiate and professional career.
Right.
And they're going to be on rookie contracts. That's the one thing that no one talks about is the rookie contracts and how important those are.
Right.
And because there's always talent coming out. And if you haven't shown it, it's like, okay, well, we got to cut bait and go with someone else. Because I think last night you made the comparison to Aaron Rodgers. Well, the big Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith deal is the Niners sucked. They were picking number one for a reason.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers was blessed to go to the Green Bay Packers and sit back and wait for a while. That's a great scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Aaron Rodgers. Say again.
Real quick, here's a question I want to ask you guys because you guys talked about that how Aaron Rodgers is able to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years. Do you think in today's football that they would give someone that type of length of time to learn before they throw him, or do you think it's more of a you need to produce now, otherwise you're gone?
Well, it depends on the quarterback, right? Because I'll put it this way: Aaron Rodgers, 1 year of his collegiate career, played more than Trey Lance's entire collegiate career. So there was some tape and some film to kind of see what's going on. Okay. And it's a similar thing to where what you're saying is, what's his name? Love, now the quarterback for the Packers did the same I guess
3 years,
right?
He sat 3 years, yeah.
And you know what? It's all about where you're drafted in the draft. If you're drafted top 3, you better produce.
Yes.
If you're drafted further back in the 20s, you have time to sit back and go. And let's face it, again, the arc, Trey Lance, Sam Darnold, both were third round picks. Both were traded up by a boatload of capital to get them on their team, right? So you have that. There's just so much similarities there. But anyways, besides
that's interesting. You know what? That kind of talks to. Remember Los that analogy he was talking about. Talking about education. If you're not doing so well, you get educated, you come back and you do better. It almost seems like it would be better to draft a quarterback lower in the draft so that guy can get the quote unquote education. And then maybe he produces better than a guy, like you said, who gets drafted high in the draft and is expected without necessarily that education to perform at the professional level.
It works if you can get somebody, but generally speaking, the best quarterbacks are all picked at the top. But
but there's some unrealistic expectations put upon them, though, right?
Oh yeah, there's guys that they're getting drafted that shouldn't be drafted in the top 10. I mean, it's not at all.
Trey Lance shouldn't have.
No, and the Niners probably, if you look back, Trock, they probably could have stayed they were originally at 12 or 13 that year. I know they traded
12. It was
12. Yeah, they probably. There was talk that they could have gotten drawing a blank. What's Patriots quarterback?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, I was saying Max. Mac Jones. They think they could have. I think you probably could have got Trey Lance at 12, or stayed at 12, and as the draft unfolded, maybe moved up to 8 or something like that, and not had to give up so much, but giving up two future ones, and I think they gave up a third round, 2 future ones and a third rounder for him. A lot of people say they gave up 3 number ones. They didn't. They exchanged number ones and got 9 spots higher. So I don't get that argument when they say they gave up 3 ones. They gave up 2. They still had their number 1 pick. So I think looking back at it, I don't think anybody was going to take Lance in that draft in the top 10.
I think that's that backlash that Shanahan got, Lynch got when they came out and got leaked that they're going to take Mac Jones, and the fan base went nuts and said, no, we don't want him. Because they traded up prior to the draft. It was like
Correct.
a couple weeks prior when they did that.
It was about a month.
And that was an interesting move. Going back to like the analogy of a quarterback that gets picked later forward, it's also depending on what the team is. The Niners are built, like, if you want to have a parallel between the Giants and the Niners, if I was the Giants, I would have my rookies, my young guys come out and play, because you know what? We need to see what they have. We have the rest of the season to see. The problem with the Niners is they're a built to win now team.
Right.
Correct.
They are.
You can't sit there and say, even though the NFL is a charity, which is, whatever it is, but you can't treat it like a charity to where like, all right, buddy, you were here on the bench for 4 years. You didn't do anything, but we're going to give you your shot. It's like, no, you got to earn it. Competition every week. Iron sharpens iron. And there's a lot of talent on that team that will get cut and will be picked up by other teams this year. And I think some of those guys are going to shine. So,
yeah, I agree.
Nice.
Hey, just to update you on Dan Dibley's Twitter poll, Giants got swept. Not good at the trade deadline. Do they be buyers, sellers, buy and sell, sit and do nothing? It's kind of flipped. Now it's 39% said be buyers, 25% be sellers, 20% buy and sell, sit and do nothing's down to 16%. It was at 30,
Oh, it must have been a really small sample.
Oh, it was a small sample size. I picked it up within the first minute. So, but we'll see what happens. They've got a week to do something. In my opinion, they need to be doing something now. The team needs a jolt. But
Hey, there's Los D says, I've had it up there for a while. Giants baseball better in 1978 than 2023.
And I think with that, guys, we're going to call it a day. I said it would be a 60-minute to 90-minute today, and we're going to keep it there. Thanks to Liam all the way from
the UK,
London, from the UK calling in. Hey,
go for it.
Hey, Liam, did you get a chance to see Wimbledon final last week?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
He's got one more question there, Dan.
Who does?
Liam.
Oh, go ahead, Liam.
Yeah, I just want to, because we're going to see the Giants next month. What seats do you recommend?
What do you want to sit in the sun or on the shade?
Don't mind. Probably the best. Where you feel closest to the players.
I had season tickets in section 223. Which is the club level. It's right down the third base, even with pretty much third base bag. Beautiful seats. You could see the game everywhere, and the amenities with the concessions are great. The restrooms are real close. Those are great seats. If you want to sit down lower in the first level, I was in the shade because I had the overhang over me, so I kind of like it.
There's Ted. He says section 208 gets you to view the bay.
Yeah, 208 is going to be on the first base side. Over you're going to be looking straight down the left field line. I've sat 210, 209, 208. That's a nice section. If where I said my seats were 223, you're going to be kind of looking out toward right field. In fact, I can give you a view from my seats. Let me go back on my phone. I'll show you a view of opening.
Spencer, at this pace, you'll have your choice.
Yeah. Opening day last year, I'll show you. This is a view from my seat here.
No line for concession and restroom at the club level.
Yeah, lots of people saying the club levels.
Yep.
Club level's awesome. That's a view from my seats right there.
Yeah, it's a good view.
Very good view.
Wow.
I would recommend if you can get an aisle, make sure it's the aisle that people aren't walking in front of you and you can't see home plate. Like the aisle was to my left.
Yeah.
I mean, the middle's fine too, but that was a view from my season tickets. There's my season ticket member card. It's no good anymore. 20% discount on concessions. But yeah, like I was right. That was opening day. It was right down the line there. So club's good either side. Giants are on the third base side as far as their dugout.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're coming from, where you staying? You staying in the South Bay or in the East Bay? Do you know?
We're sending Palo Alto.
Okay, Palo Alto. So you're on the south side. So, I came from the East Bay, so I liked my seats on the third base side because I came and I parked down by the Bay Bridge at Red Java House, and I walked like 10, 15 minutes, and I was able to get back on the bridge easy. But you're coming from the other side, so you could probably, I entered from down the stadium down the left field line because but where you're coming from, you could enter on Third and King. Yeah. Mark Hope says, don't drive, take Caltran. Yeah, you might not want to drive, put your car out in the streets there. It's, don't park in the streets, that's for sure. You might have a broken window or something to deal with.
Yeah. Because getting the word now, violence is quite high there, isn't it? Like robberies and.
So I'm hoping to get up there in September to catch a couple games. Be nice if they were to make the playoffs, but we'll see. But hey, anyway, thanks again for joining. Thanks for joining, Liam and Troc.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome anytime. We'll say goodbye to Liam. Come back again next time we open it up. Both you guys.
Next weekend. Yep.
Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Game time is
it's like 10, just after 10 or something.
Is it another 10:30 game tomorrow?
Yep.
I think we should you want to do a night one, huh? Day ones don't really work too good, do they? Let me see. What time is the game tomorrow? MLB tomorrow, 10:10. So the game will be over. We'd probably be able to do a 1:00, but I think maybe we should do a
wait till the evening. Wait, I think they said Larry's doing something in the evening time. Maybe I don't know. They said he was doing 49ers talk. I think someone said that in the chat a bit ago.
Let me look here. I can look on Larry's.
Parada 22.
Yep, there you go.
I don't see
nothing upcoming.
Unless he announced it and he doesn't have anything.
Maybe it's tomorrow, first day of training camp.
I think
tomorrow's the first day.
Okay, then he's going to have a show that night then for sure.
I don't know what time his show will be.
Usually it's later.
Usually it's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. If it's 8 or 9, we'll come on at 7.
Sure.
We'll see. We'll see how things go. If there's a trade coming.
Yep, we'll have to get on there. Yep.
There's got to be something coming soon.
Man, it's crazy. Here it is, the 23rd. And
yeah. So, you know what? Let me just take one.
I just took a look
at MLB trade.
At trade rumors. Yeah, I just looked.
Anything?
Braves claimed Yanni Chineros, but that's it.
Yeah. Fresh rumor. Rumors are just that. They're rumors.
Yeah.
And Astros would love to get Dylan Cease is out there.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that, MF. We'll definitely have to do it. Maybe a deadline. We'll have to come in the afternoon for that, Dan. Cover maybe the last couple of hours of the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah, on August 1st. Yeah, we'll do that. But anyway, thanks, Dem. I saw MF. I saw it above his there. Liam, we're going to let you go, but come back this week. When you heading to San Francisco?
August 10th.
August 10th. So just about a little over 2 weeks. Okay. So maybe we'll see you in the chat tomorrow then.
Well,
it depends on what time we come on. If we come on at night, you'll be asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, normally I listen to it and close my eyes.
All right. We help put you to sleep, I bet, right?
Not after those rants.
All right. Hey, thanks, Liam. We'll let you go. Have a good one over there, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Liam.
All right. Hey, Trock, thanks for joining us. All right.
Well, appreciate it, man. Thanks. Till the next time.
Welcome anytime. We'll be putting the chat in there more. We're going to try to do more of shorter shows, get more fan interaction going.
Right on, guys. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you much.
All right,
you betcha.
Have a great one. Have a great Sunday afternoon. All right. Trock, everybody. All right. So that wraps it up for us here. Glass half full says he needs Angry Dan. Angry Dan is kind of left everything out last night. There's just nothing left. Man, I'm just now I'm getting into what would you call it? Not Angry Dan. I'm getting into Cynical Dan. Cynical Dan is coming back now where I'm watching this team.
MF has updated his profile picture, Dan. You just got rid of it. I had it up there.
Let me see. Let me. I
got it up there.
Yeah, I know, but I can't pop on it and get it bigger.
Oh,
I can't see it.
Dan is doing investigative work.
I'm investigating.
Anyways, it says Giants had scouts at Verlander's last start, according to sources. With John Heyman.
Yeah.
I'm sure Giants got scouts over there. You think Verlander's going to waive his no trade clause?
We shall see. I doubt it. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, either 1:30 in the afternoon, depending on things, or tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do a special double header tomorrow.
Hey, fair enough.
We'll do a quick one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do one right after the game.
And then
if
one later
anybody joins, and then we'll do a later one just so everybody can. The afternoon one, if we have a small crowd, might be 30 minutes or less. But anyway, hey everybody, thanks for joining. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. Remember, arrivederci!